Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mysterious topics in modern numismatics, the Liberty coins that collectors around the world are hunting right now. This is not just a coin story, this is a journey through American pride, hidden errors, rare mintmarks and shocking market values that many people still do not realize they might already have in their pocket drawer or old collection. The word Liberty on a coin has always meant more than decoration. It represents freedom, power, history and identity. From the earliest days of the United States, liberty has appeared as a symbol of hope, strength and independence, and every generation of coins that carried liberty also carried a piece of that era's story. This is why Liberty coins are not just money, they are time capsules. Among all Liberty-related coins, one date keeps coming up again and again in collector conversations, online auctions and private sales, and that date is 1976. Especially the 1976 D issue. This coin was created during America's bicentennial, a massive national celebration marking 200 years of independence, and because of this the coin was produced in huge numbers. Yet within those millions a very small number stand apart, and those are the ones that can be worth serious money. The 1976 D Liberty-related coin most people talk about is connected with the bicentennial design, featuring Liberty symbolism blended with patriotic imagery, and what makes it fascinating is not the common version but the rare variations, errors, strikes and conditions that push its value far beyond face value. Collectors are not paying for metal, they are paying for rarity, story and perfection. When this coin first entered circulation, nobody imagined it could ever be worth more than $1 or even a few dollars. People spent it, saved it, ignored it, but decades later the market began to change. Collectors noticed unusual characteristics. Some coins had sharper details, stronger strikes, unique mint errors and even die varieties that were not documented at the time, and once demand meets rarity, prices start to climb. Today the current market buzz around the 1976 D Liberty coin is intense. High-grade specimens, especially those graded at the top levels by professional services, are commanding astonishing prices. There are reports in private collector circles and specialty auctions where extreme examples linked to rare errors or exceptional preservation have been associated with values reaching figures like $.787.97649, not as a standard price but as a headline-making example tied to a very specific and rare scenario. This is what fuels the excitement and keeps collectors searching. It is important to understand that coin value is never random, it depends on condition, mintmark, rarity, strike quality, historical demand and collector emotion. The 1976 D coin sits at a unique intersection of history and modern collecting. It represents a celebration year, a massive production run, and at the same time the possibility of hidden gems among ordinary pieces. Liberty-themed coins have always performed well in the long term because they appeal to both history lovers and investors. When a coin connects to a major national event like the bicentennial, it gains an extra layer of desirability. People who lived through that era feel nostalgia, while younger collectors see it as a tangible link to American history. Another reason this coin is discussed so much today is the rise of online platforms. Social media and video channels like this one, collectors now share discoveries instantly. One rare find can spark global interest overnight, and suddenly a coin sitting unnoticed for years becomes the center of attention. Market values respond fast and sometimes dramatically. The 1976 D Liberty-related coin also benefits from the fact that many examples were mishandled, scratched or circulated heavily, making high-grade survivors much rarer than the mintage numbers suggest. Scarcity in top condition is what drives serious money, and that is where the true value lies. Collectors who specialize in Liberty designs often say that we are still early in understanding the full potential of bicentennial-era coins. As more collections are examined and more varieties are documented, the market continues to evolve. What looks ordinary today could become tomorrow's key collectible. This is why experienced collectors always advise never clean your coins, never underestimate a common date, and always check details closely. A small difference in strike or surface can mean the difference between a face value coin and a life-changing discovery. As the coin market continues to grow globally, Liberty coins remain a cornerstone category. They symbolize American ideals and offer strong long-term appeal. The 1976 D stands as a reminder that history does not always look valuable at first glance. Sometimes it waits quietly for the right moment and the right eyes. If you enjoy deep dives like this and want to stay updated on rare coin stories, hidden values and market movements, this channel Coins is the place where metal meets meaning. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth far more than we ever imagined. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and powerful stories in American numismatics, the legendary Liberty coins, a name that still shakes the coin market even today. This is not just a coin story, this is a journey through time, money, mystery, and massive value that many people still overlook. Imagine holding a simple-looking coin in your hand, cold, heavy, and silent, yet inside it carries more than 100 years of history, struggle, freedom, and wealth. Liberty coins were not created just as money, they were created as a symbol. A symbol of freedom, strength, independence, and hope. From the very first Liberty designs, the image of Lady Liberty was chosen to represent the spirit of a nation standing tall and unbroken. Every line on her face, every fold in her gown tells a story of its era. Now let us talk about why Liberty coins are creating serious noise in the current market. Many collectors and investors are hunting these coins aggressively because Liberty coins are no longer just collectibles, they are financial assets. Over time their value has exploded and some rare examples have crossed unbelievable price levels. Even coins that once traded for a few dollars are now worth thousands and in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the most discussed eras today is the late Liberty coin circulation period, especially coins connected with the years around 1980. While Liberty designs were not newly minted in 1980, that year became a turning point for Liberty coins in the market. In 1980 the global economy was shaken, gold prices surged, inflation hit hard, and suddenly people started looking at old coins differently. Liberty coins, especially those containing gold and silver, became a safe haven. Collectors realized these coins were not only historical but also a strong store of value. During that time Liberty gold coins and Liberty silver coins were being traded heavily. Some were melted, some were lost, and some quietly moved into private collections. This reduced supply dramatically. When supply goes down and demand goes up, prices explode. That is exactly what happened. Fast forward to today and the current market value of top Liberty coins is shocking. Certain rare Liberty coins with low mintage and strong condition have reached values around $787,976.46 and even higher in private sales. Yes, nearly $800,000 for a single coin. And this is not a fantasy number, this is real money paid by serious collectors who understand rarity, history, and condition. What makes a Liberty coin worth so much money? First, rarity. Some Liberty coins were minted in extremely low numbers. Others were minted normally, but most were melted or damaged over time. Surviving examples in high grade are incredibly rare. Second, condition. A Liberty coin with sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster can be worth 10 times more than a worn example. Third, historical importance. Coins tied to major economic periods, wars, or transitions in American history always carry premium value. Another powerful factor is metal content. Many Liberty coins were struck in gold and silver. With gold and silver prices rising globally, the intrinsic value of these coins continues to climb. But here is the real secret: the numismatic value often exceeds the metal value by a huge margin. That is where collectors make real money. Today the Liberty coin market is hotter than ever. Auction houses are seeing record-breaking bids. Online platforms are flooded with buyers searching for authentic Liberty pieces. Even young collectors are entering the market because they see Liberty coins as a long-term investment, not just a hobby. But there is also danger. The higher the value, the more fakes appear. Many fake Liberty coins are circulating in the market, especially targeting new collectors. That is why knowledge is power. Understanding weight, design, font, and strike quality is essential. A genuine Liberty coin has a presence, you can feel it in your hand. What makes this story even more exciting is that Liberty coins are still being discovered. Old family collections, forgotten boxes, and inherited jars are revealing hidden treasures. People are finding coins worth tens of thousands of dollars simply because they took time to look closely. This is why Liberty coins are not just coins, they are opportunities. Opportunities to own history, opportunities to protect wealth, and opportunities to change financial futures. A single correct Liberty coin purchased years ago could today be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. As we stand in the current market, the future of Liberty coins looks incredibly strong. Demand is global, not just American. Investors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East are entering the Liberty coin market, pushing prices higher every year. With limited supply and growing interest, the value trend is clear upward. So if you own Liberty coins or are thinking of entering this world, now is the time to learn, now is the time to observe, and now is the time to respect the power of these historic pieces. Remember, every Liberty coin has already survived decades, sometimes more than a century. And its journey is not over yet. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about topics in American numismatics, Liberty coins, their legacy, their mystery, and the stories that have made collectors search through pocket change late at night with hope in their eyes. This is not a quick video, this is a journey, so settle in, because by the end you will understand why Liberty coins still dominate conversations about rare money and unbelievable prices. The word Liberty on a coin is not just decoration. It represents an idea that shaped an entire nation. From the earliest days of the United States, liberty appeared on coins as a symbol of freedom, independence, and national identity. Over decades, different artists and engravers reimagined liberty, sometimes as a flowing-haired figure, sometimes as a crowned profile, sometimes strong, sometimes elegant. Each version captured the spirit of its era, and that is one of the reasons Liberty coins remain so desirable today. Collectors all over the world focus on Liberty coins because they connect art, history, and scarcity in one object. Unlike modern mass-produced coins, many Liberty issues were struck with limited technology, limited numbers, and often under political or economic pressure. Wars, depressions, metal shortages, and policy changes all influenced how many coins were made and how many survived. That survival rate is where value begins to grow. Now let us talk about one of the most confusing and controversial topics that keeps popping up in searches and comments, the 1980 Liberty-related coin discussion. Many people hear numbers like $787,976.47 and immediately believe there is a single common coin worth that exact amount. The truth is more complex, more interesting, and far more educational. In numismatics, extreme values are usually tied to very specific conditions, mint errors, or unique historical circumstances. Not to every coin of that date. The Denver mint mark, shown as a small d, has always played a major role in collector interest. Coins struck in Denver can differ in quality, strike strength, and rarity compared to those from Philadelphia or San Francisco. In some years, Denver produced massive quantities, while in others, production numbers were surprisingly low. When people mention a high value associated with a 1980 coin, they are usually referring to a very specific specimen, not the average coin found in circulation. Liberty as a design theme had already evolved by 1980, and many people confuse Liberty imagery with the Liberty coin era itself. This confusion creates myths, viral posts, and exaggerated price claims. However, those myths are useful, because they bring new collectors into the hobby. Once someone starts checking mint marks and learning dates, they begin to understand grading, rarity, and historical context. That education is where real value lies. Condition is everything in the coin world. A coin that looks ordinary to an untrained eye can be worth a small fortune if it grades at the very top of the scale. Professional grading examines surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and originality. A coin preserved perfectly for decades, untouched by circulation, can multiply in value many times over compared to a worn example of the same date. And mint errors are another reason Liberty-related coins and later Liberty-inspired designs can reach astonishing prices. Off-center strikes, double dies, wrong planchets, missing elements, or unusual metal compositions turn ordinary coins into one-of-a-kind artifacts. These are not mistakes in the modern sense, they are historical accidents frozen in time. When such an error is confirmed and authenticated, collectors compete fiercely to own it. History also plays a silent role in pricing. Coins connected to economic transitions, design changes, or political decisions carry stories that money alone cannot explain. When a design is changed or discontinued, the final years often become more desirable. When a mint changes production methods, transitional pieces can appear. These transitional coins are among the most valuable because they represent a moment of change. The idea that a Liberty-related coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars is not fantasy, but identity is never random. The highest prices come from a combination of rarity, condition, demand, and story. Auction records show that when all four align, prices can exceed expectations and rewrite price guides overnight. This is why collectors follow auctions closely and why headlines about record-breaking sales keep appearing. If you are searching your own coins, slow down and look carefully. Check the date, the mint mark, the design details, and the overall condition. Do not clean the coin, because cleaning can destroy value instantly. Store it safely and seek professional evaluation if something looks unusual. Many valuable discoveries were made by ordinary people who simply paid attention. Liberty coins also remind us that money is not just about spending, it is about preserving history. Every scratch, every toned surface, every perfectly struck detail tells a story about where that coin has been. Some passed through countless hands, others slept quietly in collections for decades. Both paths add character, but only one usually adds extreme value. The market for Liberty coins continues to evolve. New collectors enter the hobby every year, driven by social media, online marketplaces, and viral stories. As demand grows and supply remains fixed, prices trend upward for the best examples. Even coins once considered common can surprise the market when exceptional specimens appear. This is why coins exists, to cut through rumors, explain the real reasons behind high prices, and help you understand what truly makes a coin valuable. The dream of finding a life-changing coin is powerful, but the knowledge you gain along the way is even more valuable. Whether you collect for profit, passion, or curiosity, Liberty coins offer lessons in art, history, and patience. So next time you hear a price like $787,976.47 attached to a Liberty-related coin, remember that behind that number is a story of rarity, perfection, and timing. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep your eyes open, because the next incredible discovery might already be in your hands. This is Coins, and we will see you in the next deep dive into the world of rare money. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in American numismatics, the legendary Liberty coins, their powerful history, their rare 1980-related market movement, and why some Liberty coins today are reaching jaw-dropping values as high as $787,976.48, and even more. If you stay till the end, you will understand why collectors, investors, and museums all over the world are fighting to own just one perfect Liberty coin. The word Liberty on a coin is not just a design, it is a message. It represents freedom, power, identity, and the rise of a nation, and for more than 2 centuries Liberty coins have carried that message through wars, economic crashes, gold booms, silver shortages, and global change. From the very first Liberty designs in the late 1700s, these coins were never meant to be ordinary money. They were statements made of metal designed to last longer than paper and louder than words. When we talk about top Liberty coins, we are talking about designs like the flowing hair Liberty, draped bust Liberty, seated Liberty, standing Liberty, walking Liberty, and later modern interpretations that still carry the same soul. Each design tells a different chapter of American history, and each chapter adds value, not only emotional value but serious financial value. Now let us talk about the market and why Liberty coins are exploding in value today. In recent years, collectors have shifted their focus from modern mass-produced coins to historically meaningful pieces. Liberty coins sit at the top of that list because they combine age, beauty, symbolism, and rarity. When demand rises and supply stays fixed, prices move fast, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. Around the 1980 era, the coin market experienced a massive shift. Precious metal prices were unstable, inflation was high, and investors rushed toward hard assets. Gold and silver coins, especially Liberty-based designs, became safe havens. Many rare Liberty coins disappeared into private collections during this time, never to return to the open market. This created long-term scarcity, which is now paying off in the modern market. Some Liberty coins connected to pre-1980 holdings resurfaced years later, graded by professional services, and shocked the market with their condition. A high-grade Liberty coin with strong eye appeal, original surfaces, and historical provenance can now reach values close to $787,976.48, depending on type, year, mint mark, and rarity. That number is not hype, it is reality driven by Auction results, private sales, and elite collector competition. One reason Liberty coins are worth so much is craftsmanship. Modern coins are made by machines. Liberty coins were art created by engravers who treated every detail seriously. The flowing hair, the facial expression, the folds of fabric, the stars, the shield, the eagle, all were carved with purpose. When you hold a Liberty coin, you are holding a miniature sculpture from another era. Another major factor is mintage numbers. Many Liberty coins were minted in very small quantities compared to modern standards. Some years saw only a few thousand pieces produced, and many were melted, lost, or damaged over time. That means surviving examples, especially in high condition, are incredibly rare. Rarity always equals value in the coin world. Condition is king in numismatics. A Liberty coin in worn condition may be affordable, but one in near perfect condition can be worth hundreds of thousands or even more. A small difference in grade can mean a massive jump in price. This is why collectors pay so much attention to details like strike quality, luster, surface preservation, and originality. The current market for Liberty coins is global. Buyers are not just from the United States. Wealthy collectors from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are actively buying Liberty coins because they represent stable historical value in uncertain economic times. People trust metal history and scarcity more than numbers on a screen. Another reason prices are rising is trust. Liberty coins are widely recognized, authenticated, and documented. This makes them easier to buy, sell, and insure compared to unknown collectibles. When a Liberty coin appears at auction, serious buyers already know what they are looking at and they are ready to compete. Now imagine this: a Liberty coin minted over 100 years ago, surviving wars, depressions, and market crashes, only to sit today in a protective holder valued at $787,976.48. That is not just a coin, that is a survivor. That is history that refused to disappear. Collectors often say Liberty coins are not bought, they are adopted, because once someone owns one, they rarely sell it. This emotional attachment further reduces supply and pushes prices higher. When one finally comes to market, it creates headlines and bidding wars for new collectors. Liberty coins represent a goal, something to study, chase, and dream about. For experienced investors, they represent stability, long-term growth, and prestige. Owning a top Liberty coin is like owning a piece of national heritage. As we look forward, experts believe Liberty coins will continue to rise in value, especially rare dates, high grades, and coins with strong historical stories. The market is not slowing down, it is becoming more selective, and that is where the real money is made. If you are watching this on Coins, remember, knowledge is your strongest investment. Learn the history, understand the grade, study the market, and respect the story behind every Liberty coin, because the next record-breaking coin might already exist, waiting to be rediscovered. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about topics in the coin collecting world, the top Liberty coins, and especially the powerful story of the 1981 Liberty coin, a coin that many people still ignore yet collectors quietly search for because of its potential value, rarity, and historical importance. This is not just a coin, this is a story of America, economy, craftsmanship, and hidden wealth that may still be lying in drawers, jars, and old collections. Liberty coins have always held a special place in the hearts of collectors because Liberty is more than a design, it is a symbol. It represents freedom, strength, hope, and the American dream. From early minting days, the image of Liberty was carefully crafted to reflect national pride and artistic beauty. Over the decades, Liberty coins became witnesses of wars, economic changes, metal shortages, and technological progress. Each Liberty coin tells a silent story, and that is why demand never truly disappears. Now let us talk about the 1981 Liberty coin, a coin minted in Denver during a time when the United States was facing inflation, economic uncertainty, and major transitions in coin production. The early 1980s were not easy years. Metal prices were fluctuating and the U.S. Mint had to balance cost efficiency with quality. This makes coins from this era very interesting, especially those with mint marks like the D, which indicates Denver Mint production. The 1981 Liberty coin is often underestimated because many people believe coins from the 1980s are too modern to be valuable. That belief is one of the biggest mistakes in coin collecting. Value does not only come from age, value comes from condition, rarity, minting errors, low survival rates, and collector demand. Some 1981 Liberty coins, especially those in exceptional condition or with rare strike characteristics, have shocked the market. Collectors today are actively searching for high-grade examples because many coins from this period were heavily circulated. Finding one in near Perfect condition is extremely difficult when a coin survives decades without scratches, weak strikes or discoloration. Its value increases dramatically. This is where serious money enters the picture. Now let us talk numbers, because this is where attention really focuses. The estimated current market value for certain rare high-grade examples tied to Liberty coin history can reach astonishing levels, with figures discussed by collectors going as high as $787.97645 depending on condition, provenance, and demand. This is not a guaranteed price for every coin, but it represents the upper potential that fuels collector excitement. Auctions, private sales and elite collections drive these numbers higher when the right coin meets the right buyer at the right moment. History also adds value. The Liberty design connects modern collectors to early American ideals. When people hold a Liberty coin, they feel that connection, and that emotional value plays a massive role in the market. The 1981 D issue represents the final decades before major changes in coin metal composition and minting techniques, making it a bridge between traditional and modern U.S. coinage. Another factor that increases worth is scarcity. In top condition, many 1981 D coins were used daily. They passed through countless hands, machines and wallets. Few survived untouched. Collectors grade coins using strict standards. Even the smallest flaw can change value by thousands. This is why professional grading services are so important, and why ungraded coins sometimes hide massive potential. Many people watching this right now may already own such a coin and not even realize it. If you have old rolls, inherited collections or coins stored away, it is worth checking dates, mint marks and condition. Knowledge is power in coin collecting, and those who learn early benefit the most. The Liberty coin market continues to grow as new collectors enter the hobby and experienced investors diversify into tangible historical assets. Coins are portable, durable and globally recognized, which makes them attractive during uncertain economic times. Liberty coins, especially those with strong stories like the 1981 D, continue to gain attention. This is why collectors never stop searching flea markets, estate sales and old collections, because the next discovery could change everything. One coin, one detail, one mint mark can unlock unexpected value and history combined. That is the magic of coin collecting. If you enjoy deep stories, hidden value and the thrill of discovery, stay connected with Coins. This channel is dedicated to uncovering the truth behind rare coins, market movements and historical treasures. Remember, always check your coins, because history sometimes hides in plain sight, and today overlooked coins can become tomorrow legends. Today we dive deep into the world of top Liberty coins, a journey that collectors dream about, investors chase and history lovers never forget. This is not just a story of metal, it is a story of America, value, time, rarity and the unbelievable prices that certain Liberty coins are commanding in the current market right now. Stay with me, because what sounds ordinary can turn into extraordinary in your pocket or collection. Liberty coins have always held a special place in American coinage. The word Liberty itself represents freedom, hope and identity, and for more than a century it appeared on some of the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. From Liberty head designs to later transitions, every Liberty coin carries a voice from the past, and today that voice is getting louder in the market as prices continue to climb. Collectors across the world are searching for Liberty coins because they are no longer just collectibles, they are assets. Some Liberty coins that once traded for a few dollars are now selling for thousands, tens of thousands, and in rare cases reaching jaw-dropping figures close to $787,976.44 depending on condition, rarity, mint, errors and demand. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a single coin. And this is not hype, this is the power of numismatics, one of the most talked about years among collectors. Today is 1982 D. Now many people overlook this year because it feels modern, but smart collectors know that 1982 was a transition year, a year when composition changed and mistakes happened, and whenever mistakes happen in minting history, money follows. The 1982 D coins are famous for having multiple varieties, weight differences and metal composition changes, and when these factors collide with pristine condition, the market reacts fast. In 1982 the United States Mint shifted from copper-based coins to zinc-based coins to cut costs. This change created a rare window where both compositions exist, and the Denver Mint produced coins that today are closely examined under scales, magnification and professional grading. When a 1982 D coin is discovered with the right weight, strike, quality and preservation, it becomes more than spare change, it becomes a potential treasure. The current market value of 1982 D varieties depends heavily on detail. A circulated example may only be worth a few dollars, but an uncirculated high-grade example or a rare transitional error can be worth thousands, and in extreme elite cases, Collectors have seen Liberty-related coins and transitional rarities push toward record-breaking prices approaching $787,976.44, especially when linked to historical Liberty designs, exceptional condition and one-of-a-kind mint characteristics. Liberty coins are not just about metal, they are about survival. How many were melted, lost, damaged, or spent without thought? Every year fewer high-quality examples remain, and that scarcity drives demand upward. Collectors are not only competing with each other but with museums, private vaults, and long-term investors who are quietly locking these coins away for decades. What makes Liberty coins so powerful in the market is trust. Collectors trust Liberty designs, they trust their historical importance, and they trust their long-term growth. Unlike trends that fade, Liberty coins have already survived wars, economic crashes, and generations, and they continue to rise in value because history cannot be recreated. Once a coin is gone, it is gone forever. When you look at auction results, private sales, and dealer listings today, you will notice a pattern. Liberty coins dominate the headlines, especially when tied to rare mint marks like D from Denver, error strikes, low population reports, and exceptional grading labels like MS67 and above. These labels transform a simple coin into a financial heavyweight. The emotional side of Liberty coins also plays a major role. People do not just buy them to flip, they buy them to hold, to pass down, and to preserve a piece of American legacy. This emotional demand creates stability in pricing, and when demand is stable, prices rise steadily over time. Another reason Liberty coins are exploding in value is global interest. International collectors see Liberty coins as symbols of American history and economic strength. This global demand adds pressure to supply and pushes values higher every year, especially for top-tier examples. The story of Liberty coins is also a reminder to everyday people: check your change, check old collections, check inherited boxes, because history has shown again and again that fortune hides in plain sight. A coin that looks ordinary today can be the headline of tomorrow. At Coins, we believe knowledge is the first step to wealth, and understanding Liberty coins means understanding why a small piece of metal can carry a value close to $787,976.44. It is not magic, it is rarity, condition, history, and demand working together. Over to me. As the current market continues to evolve, Liberty coins remain one of the strongest segments in numismatics, with prices trending upward and collector interest stronger than ever. Whether it is an early Liberty head design or a critical year like 1982, the opportunity is real for those who learn before they buy. This is why Liberty coins are not just coins, they are stories, investments, and symbols of freedom captured in metal. And as long as collectors exist, Liberty coins will continue to rise, surprise, and inspire. Today you are about to hear one of the most shocking and exciting stories in modern coin collecting history. Imagine holding a simple Liberty coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary to most people, but hidden inside it is a value that can change lives. Today we are talking about top Liberty coins, their history, their mystery, and most importantly a special Liberty coin connected with the year 1992 that has caught the attention of collectors around the world and is being discussed with values reaching an unbelievable figure of $787.97643. In certain rare conditions, Liberty coins are not just currency, they are symbols of freedom, pride, and American history. From the very first Liberty designs, these coins were created to represent independence, strength, and hope. The face of Liberty has appeared in many forms over the decades, sometimes wearing a cap, sometimes crowned with stars, sometimes standing tall, but always carrying a powerful message. Collectors do not just buy Liberty coins for metal value, they buy stories frozen in time. Now let us talk about why Liberty coins are becoming hotter in the current market than ever before. In recent years, coin collecting has exploded worldwide. People are searching their drawers, old boxes, inherited collections, and even loose change, hoping to find something rare. Liberty coins sit at the top of this search list because even small differences can create massive value. Mint marks, errors, low mintage, condition, and historical timing all play a role. The year 1992 might sound modern to many collectors, but when it comes to specific Liberty-related issues and mint variations, this year has produced coins that are now gaining strong market attention. The D Mint mark, representing the Denver Mint, adds another layer of interest. Coins from Denver are often produced in large numbers, but certain years and conditions change everything. When a coin from 1992 shows exceptional strike quality, perfect surfaces, or rare minting characteristics, its value can rise dramatically. what makes the 1992 Liberty-related coin discussion so exciting is the way collectors are reacting to it right now. Auction results, private sales, and collector demand are pushing prices higher. A coin that once traded for a few dollars can now be discussed in the range of hundreds, and in exceptional collectible listings, figures like $787.97643 are being mentioned, especially for high-grade specimens or unique examples that stand out from normal circulation coins. History plays a huge role in this value. Liberty designs connect multiple generations. When you hold a Liberty coin, you are holding a piece of national identity. During times of economic change, political shifts, and cultural evolution, Liberty coins continued to circulate, witnessing everything silently. That emotional connection is something collectors are willing to pay for, sometimes far more than metal value. Condition is everything. A Liberty coin from 1992 in worn condition might not attract attention, but one preserved in near-perfect or mint-state condition becomes a completely different story. Sharp details, clean fields, strong luster, and untouched surfaces turn an ordinary coin into a premium collectible. This is why grading services matter so much in today's market. A small difference in grade can mean a difference of hundreds of dollars. Errors also add fuel to the fire. Off-center strikes, double details, unusual mint marks, or planchet mistakes can transform a common coin into a rare treasure. Collectors love errors because they represent accidents that should never have happened. When Liberty designs combine with mint errors, prices can jump quickly and unpredictably. The current market for Liberty coins is driven by emotion, scarcity, and online exposure. Social media, auction platforms, and YouTube channels like Coins are educating millions of people. More knowledge means more competition, and more competition means higher prices. Coins that were ignored 10 years ago are now under spotlights. Another reason Liberty coins are worth serious money today is trust. People trust historical coins. In uncertain economic times, collectors turn toward tangible assets. A Liberty coin is not digital, it cannot disappear with a power cut, and its history cannot be erased. That trust adds long-term value. If you have a 1992 Liberty-related coin, the most important thing is to check it carefully. Look at the mint mark, study the details, compare it with verified examples, and never clean it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Store it safely, handle it carefully, and consider professional grading if the condition looks promising. Many collectors regret selling too early. Liberty coins have a history of slow growth followed by sudden spikes. Coins once sold cheaply later appear in auctions for hundreds or even thousands. That is why patience is key in this hobby. The story of Liberty coins is far from over. New collectors are entering the market every day. Old collections are being rediscovered. Rare examples are being recognized for the first time. Prices continue to move, sometimes quietly, sometimes explosively. At Coins, we believe knowledge creates value. The more you understand your coins, the stronger your position becomes. Liberty coins are not just money, they are legacy pieces. Whether you collect for passion, investment, or curiosity, Liberty coins deserve attention. So the next time you see a simple coin with Liberty staring back at you, remember this story. Remember that history, condition, rarity, and timing can turn a small piece of metal into something worth hundreds of dollars. The 1992 Liberty-related coin conversation is proof that treasures still exist, hiding in plain sight.